Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the flower patch. My name's Iris Smith and I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. As you can see, guys, my fur baby is back. He's been busy out, lying on my son's bed. I think he's had enough of that. So he's come back to bother me in my workshop. Right, guys, today, and again, before we start, I wish to thank all of you wonderful people for your thumbs up and your wonderful comments. I really, really, really do appreciate it. It's so extremely kind of you, and keep them coming. Right, today we're doing another order. But this order is for somebody close to me. It is my sister. So my sister who has the horses, who I go and visit on Mondays, and I stay till midnight, just after midnight, like I did this Monday, chatting away, having a laugh. And we was talking about the wreath, what she wants of me to go up on a stable yard. And she's asked me to do a one in, and you're gonna wonder why, but it is beautiful. I've done one before. She's seen the picture. Dusky blues and oranges. Yes, guys, you dusky blues and orange. You may think it's a autumnal colour, but we are adding in sunflowers, and we are adding in peonies and things like that. So to give it those summer flowers for a summer wreath. It's just a different colour choice. And I love this colour choice. So she wants it on a 10-inch grapevine wreath. But sorry, sis, I've run out of 10, so you're going to have a 12. I've just had a look and I can't find a 10. So a 12-inch wreath, grapevine wreath it is. And that's what we're going to use. I've already cut my cord to place on it. She only wants half of a moon shape. She doesn't want a full one. So we're doing a crescent shaped wreath today. So let's go through what we're going to use. She doesn't know what I'm going to use. She's leaving it up to me. So for our foliage, I've got dusky blue fern. It is a beautiful colour, and it's a soft dusky blue. So it's not really, like a grey. It is actually a dusky blue, and it is a beautiful soft blue. It's lovely. I've also got out some. I've got a few ornaments in here, but I've got the a couple of big stems I've took out from the bucket. Of this greenery. Well, it's not, well, it's greenery, but it's blue. So do you call it bluery? But we're going to add in some of this. It looks like, well, it's not ruscus. I don't know, guys. I struggled with this one last time. I'm not quite sure what it is because it's got different size leaves along the stem. So, but we're going to use some of that as well. Now she has asked for these, guys, and you may think it's a winter foliage, but honestly, you go out in the woods, the forest, anything like that, and you will see these trees all year round. You definitely do in the UK. She has asked for mountain pine. She loves this, absolutely loves it. So we're going to put her some mountain pine in and give my sister what she wants and let her have it. She'll probably just sit there all day staring at it, at the mountain pine. So to go with the mountain pine, I've decided to get a few bits of conifer or cypress leaves. We have this in the UK all year round. People have it on their gardens to use as a boundary between their neighbours or for privacy. So we have that all year round here. So we've got her that. Now I've got her, because I am obviously going to be putting some green in. I've got a ruscus here. This is a ruscus. Now it's wired, each stem is wired, so I can chop away at this individually, you know, shorten it or keep it long. But I've just got one stem out. It's got 5 sprigs on it, and I don't need more than that. So we've got this, and it's got beautiful movement. It is UV protected. It is a plastic foliage, but it is a good quality plastic foliage. And even if it's plastic, guys, I still always treat them. I always do. And I've also got out some ficus as well to blend in, to give us that background coverage on the wreath at the back, so it just doesn't look bare, or, you know, or any gaps or anything. This is fabulous for that sort of thing. You know, sorry, I've got something on my tooth. I've just had a chocolate bar with nuts in. Naughty me. So it's very much like the ruscus or the let me see, you could like the eucalyptus, silver dollar, you know, or elm leaf, or even willow. You know, it's a very good background foliage. I've also got out for some wispy bits, because my sister's very much like me. We very much look alike, and concerning interests and, you know, styles and things, we're very, very much alike. So I know what she's going to like. I've got her some wispy bits, some wispy lavender. I've placed on single picks because I know she likes that sort of a thing, and she likes movement and volume. So we're going to, oh my goodness, we've got those to just dot around on the wreath as well. And for our orange foliage, I placed these before I started the video all on single picks. And this is the birch. This is the birch, the orange birch, that we're going to be placing on as well, because again, it's going to be blues and oranges. So we're going to, you know, place those in and dot those around also. I have only cut about 1, 2, let me think, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 12, I think, on there. And I took these off of the main stem. I've just pulled them off. Flowering eucalyptus, and that's like a orangey coral colour. So I may, I'm not saying I will for definite, I may incorporate those around the edge just to see, you know, and give it that bit of colour and movement also, and wispiness around the edge. I have also got out some of our orange coloured lavender as well. There's one in there what's a bit like tan colour, but orange coloured lavender as well that I may place in. Again, there's things here that I've got or back up, you know, just in case. And there's, you know, things here I know for definite are going in. This is one that's definitely going in. I've been chopping away at this before I started off the stem as well. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. But I know I need to get lots more because I love it. You can get it in green or red or orange. This is the orange one. It's one of those where they're wired to the tip. You can twist around your finger, make a spiral out the stem, and we're definitely placing those in. Now for our floral, I've only got 2 of these left, but that's okay because I will incorporate them within the sunflowers. And I can't remember what these are called, but I've got one longer one and one shorter one. So I'm going to place those like around here on the wreath, one at the top, one at the bottom. But they are lovely. They're like an exotic plant or flower. So we're going to put those in also. And going on with the blue flowers, again, I've taken these off the stem because the stem is extremely bushy and I don't need all of them. So these are beautiful. And these have got movement, they bend like this and they move in the wind. And these are little blue wildflower. Aren't they divine? And I've got a few of these and I don't really use them because not many people want blue, but when my sister said it, I knew straight away I'm going to add these. And I know, again, she loves movement. So we're going to use those. For our orange flowers, I've got out some beautiful baby peonies with the foliage with on it as well. So we're going to use those around the wreath also. We need to have orange flowers, not just the blue. And for our sunflowers, we've gone for these ones. I did have some more, but they looked a bit more rustic, golden. But I thought to go with everything that I've chose, the perfect, you know, shade or tone. I could have gone with the others, but they're more, again, like I say, like a rustic with a bit of yellow in, and that's not what the look we're going for. So I've got 3 of these out of my bucket. So there's going to be no ribbon. She likes ribbons, but because it's going up on a stable yard, she doesn't want the ribbon to get, you know, wet from the weather because it is out in the open, the field. So she doesn't want a ribbon. So that's what we're going to do, guys, for my sister today. So I've done I was telling you the other day about the funeral arrangement. I've finally finished, well, I say finally finished it. I finished it yesterday. And I've sent the image to the customer and she absolutely adores it. She couldn't be more grateful. So I'll probably show you that at the end. It's sat there. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. She's a lovely lady. She's had lots off of me. They're very, very heartwarming lady, very kind. So I'm going to bring the camera down. Let me just attach our hook. I think there. I'm just going to attach that before we start, guys. Righty, and the cat sat amongst all of my things. Right, let's bring it down. We'll see around there. It just goes up on its own. It's weird. Oh, it's a lovely day today. Lovely day. Right. First of all, I'm just going to get these. I've got 2 big ones out, which will go, as you see, one here at the top. Where's the other big one? Let me just place that down. One at the bottom. And then I've got 3 small ones, smaller ones that will go here in the center. And then all the foliage will be worked around it. So it's the ficus that's going on first. So I'm just going to cut these right down to start with. Just cut the 3 stems off and then we'll see how long we'd like them. So they're the two longer ones. Pause there a moment. So we're going to, again, because it's a crescent shape wreath, I can't move anything because my cat is sitting amongst. We're going to just round it off slightly there, and we're going to bring it round like this. And again, this is the backdrop to our wreath. So we'll place that in there. And as I stated yesterday, what we do at one side or at the top, we do at the bottom. So I'm going to go right opposite. Like so. And I'm not sitting these flat onto the wreath like that. They perhaps will get, excuse me, slightly pushed down as other things are added in. I may, let's see. I'm going to cut, save that little piece. We could use that for filler foliage. I tend to just curve it so it's got a bit of height and that like so. I'm putting a little bit more glue on than I usually do, especially with it going outdoors in an open field. I don't want it having just a tiny bit of glue on. It needs to be well supported. As you can see, there's quite a thick blob. I will wipe it off on the top. Just get that off my finger. And I want another one. And I can save that one to go just in the centre. I'll place that. Like so. So that's our lovely ficus placed in our wreath. So I'll go straight on to the mountain pine, and I'm going to have one in the center, one here, one here. And the reason I've gone on a shorter length is because as these are really long, and these are in length, including the stem, 15 inches. So they are really long. So because they are long, they will take up a lot of room. And you can see where the boundary is on here. Now I place that there and that meets up with that boundary. So I'm just taking it around here. So it will all blend into place. So let's just, because these are really heavy, they are metal stems as well. So again, I need to support these quite a lot. So we can bend them, give them that movement, you know, sticking up, that volume. Let's just get the glue off my fingers. Let's get the other one in. So we've got both of those in and they're looking fine. If you still feel that they're not supported, perhaps place a bit of floral wire around the stem of any floral or foliage and place the floral wire through the wreath, not around, through it, just to hold it down a little bit. Again, I'm going to go I'm going to turn this one slightly upwards and then one's going to be facing slightly downwards. I can just get it like so. And then the other one will sit in the center. And these have also got metal stems on as well. Let me just, again, there's a lot of glue on this one, so it may look slightly like I've overdone it with the glue, but again, I'm just thinking of them being on my sister's, you know, field where the horses are in high winds, because we do get windy days, guys. Right, so that is now the mountain pine placed in. So now I'm going to want to be placing in our fern, because again, it's a big leaf. I don't, you know, I'm not going to place all of these in. It's a big leaf, so I want to incorporate it perhaps just within, like so, and maybe have the odd one in between the pines also. Let me cut this. I've cut them off the stem, and I'll do it again, guys. I forgot to angle the stem. So if I place one here to start with, I'm gonna put one there, I think. Sorry if you can hear the noise in the background, guys. We have the council here, that we have a little field here, or a little cul-de-sac, and it has a grass in the centre of the cul-de-sac, and our council come and cut the grass throughout the year when it's needed. I think they're set on a schedule when they need to come and do it, certain months or things like that, but they come and cut away, and that's what you can hear the machine is, council. So I'm gonna bring one under here as well, on each end. And then I'm not going to place any more of these, so I will go under the ficus with this one. Again, I'm not going too far out. I'll give it a curve so it's curving around the wreath. We'll do the same under here. Just slightly give it that little curve. So there's our fern in. We don't need any more of that because it is quite a large foliage. I have actually got on the floor, I forgot about this, some baby blue eucalyptus, baby eucalyptus. I've got that as a backup as well. I forgot just maybe to add those in. So I forgot about those. I'll have to put those on there. Excuse me. Right, we've got our, let's get our conifer in. Just lift up the pine. I don't want to be getting glue in the pine. And just mix, you know, mix it up with all the other foliage and things that you have. Spread it. I mean, it's the center one that spreads as wired, so you can lift that back and give it volume, but the others, that will just stay like so. Oops, I've just, let me glue that leaf on. Oh, I got a message off one of you wonderful people asking where I got the magnolias from yesterday. Those magnolias I got from my wholesalers that only deal with trade. So unfortunately they wouldn't sell them to just general public. It's just businesses only. So I'm sorry about that. I haven't replied to your message as of yet, but I will do if you're not watching. Because I do also have wholesalers, you know, for trade purposes only. I do, you know, obviously, and then there's the ones for the where general public can use also. But those magnolias came from them, the trade side. And I'm going to bring one underneath here. At the 9 o'clock point, as you're looking at it. Put a bit of green behind that fern. Like so. So that's what we've done as yet. We've still got plenty more things to be added in. I may place, let's see about the blue. Oops, a daisy, everything's tangling. Let's have a look at this. I have got other ones than this. In fact, I may look for the others instead of using these. I've got one single piece here, so let's have a look. Right, let me just grab something else, something with a you know, a bit more different character to it. Do I use those or let me. Oh my gosh, everything's falling out, guys. What's that in the back there? I forgot about those. How many is there? Oh, there's not enough. So, let me grab this bunch and have a look. I have those and I have these. These are wispy. They're very effective. And then I've got an oddment in here, I think, is it? No. And then I have these. See, my aim is not to make it look too much of a wintry look, so I think these are a no. So we'll place those on the floor. Let me see. I've got no oddments of this, I don't think. What's that? No. So I could cut these. Oh, one's just fell off. So I'm going to use those. And I think my sister would definitely agree. Let me put this on a pick. Just have a better look. They could go underneath and bring some of the blue around the back. Yes, we're going to do that. I'm not going to use the other ones, guys, because they are quite oh my gosh, my voice. They are quite, you know, big leaves and like the ficus, you know, that sort of scale. So I don't want to be covering too much and it, you know, being too much, so to speak, sticking out and noticeable. It's got to all blend together. So what I'm going to do, let me cut that, because that's too much together like that. So what I do on the bushes, you can pull them off, just pull them like so, get some picks and stick a pick inside the hole at the bottom, and then now you have it singular. So that's more pleasing than having a really, you know, big cluster like so. So we'll do that. Let me pull my sleeve up. Well, guys, I've been in touch with the physiotherapist and the doctor concerning my arm. It's not getting any better. The physio that they've given me for the exercise, it's just aggravating it even more, and it's really hurting when I'm, especially, it hurts really weird. It hurts more when I relax. So I've got to go back to the physio on the 8th of April, and I've got to have a steroid injection. So, which hopefully will take that pain away and apparently relaxes my muscle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I do 2 more, 8, 9. So I've got 9 that I've done. I've just thought, guys, these look like those naughty plants. You know, the naughty plants, what some people have. I think it's legal in some countries, but it's not here. Look at the shape of them. Doesn't that look weird? Oh my good gracious me. My sister will be laughing at that. Right, with these, I'm going to be bringing them underneath. As you can see it there, through this mountain pine. I won't be having it that long, so I'm going to cut them all at the same length. I'm going to take about an inch or so off of the, an inch, 2 inch off of the stems. So I've marked them because it won't cut all of these. There we go. So let's get these in behind where the ficus is as well. Bring some in there. If I've got a few left, I'll bring some maybe at the front at a later stage as we're going along. Oops, let me get some more glue on that. I can't get that one in. Dip it again. Let's dip it again. There. And I'm just going around and similar spacing between each other, about 4 to 6, about 4 inches away from each other. I'm placing them because they're only tiny. Got 2 left. Perfect. Under the ficus. So we've got those around the sides, as you can see. Just a bit, bringing some of that blue underneath as well. We don't want to forget about that. So let's see. Now this is where the orange may come in. I may move on to placing in our sunflowers first, and our big blue, like exotic flower. I wish I knew what they was called. So first of all, I'm going to put these sunflowers in. Excuse me. I'm obviously going to have one here. Then I'm going to have one down here and one down here. And then these, oh, if I can get it out. I'm not sure whether I want to place one there, or I may even have them sitting in here. I'm just looking on how I could shorten it because it is quite long. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. But let's get in our sunflower. So it's going to be one, and I don't want it flat because this has got volume. So if you've got anything where you've made it look like it's really full and got plenty of volume, and then you're placing in a flower, and you make sure that that flower is reaching at the top of where your volume is up here. So I've got the ficus here to guide me. So that flower needs to sit approximately either on the height of that or just slightly under, so the greenery can just pop out. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's just have a look. bend it before we place it in. So I'm going to have it around there. So I don't need that stem that long. I may cut it so it's a 22-degree angle, with it being quite a thick stem. So it helps me and lets me guide it in easier. So let's just move some of our foliage. So as you can see, that's quite solid in there. That's fabulous. It is sat like that. So then I need to do something similar with these, but these are going slightly offset. That's the central, in fact, this is the central flower. Oh gosh, they're so stiff, these stems. Central flower, so that will be sticking up. We will move these in slightly like that. Let me take the tape off. The price tag. Oh, it's got one here as well. So we will be bringing these on the end here. So, but we will lift the head forward slightly. I'm just going to cut this. Oh, goodness gracious me. So I'm just going to say, I want it so it's meeting in with the mountain pine. Again, my sister likes to see that. So that would sit around this area. Again, I would keep it up as volume, as similar level to what this one is. I wouldn't have it down here because it's like a step down then. Now I've created my height for my floral. I need to keep this, for the sunflower, I need to keep this sunflower at a very similar height to keep that look and balance. Let me just cut it a little bit more. So let's get this one in. Lift up the pine. Just slightly bend that and bring it forward a little bit. Let's just... I'm going to bring some of the pine through it actually. So it looks like it's growing in through the pine. So we've got that one like so. We're going to do the same with this one at the bottom, right opposite that one. So let's just look for somewhere to place this. Oops, a daisy. So now we have our triangle position with our sunflowers. So these, I think they would look better here. One here and then one here. How do I shorten them? I'm going to cut the tip off. Let's measure it with that one. Well, can I pull them off at the bottom? Oh, I could pull them off at the bottom. Oh, that is good. Oh, that is good. Fabulous. Right, let's make sure the wire's still at the top. Yeah, cut them at the same length. Oh, that was good. So with these, I'm going to bring up like so. So you've got this sitting lovely there. So just make sure nothing's gone through. Oh, that's a bit of wood. Perfect. And then we're going to bring this one here as well. Oh, this is sliding off. I don't want that to slide off. Do the same with that. So we've brought those in and they're now sat there. So I want to bring in, let me see. I think I best start bringing in some of the orange foliage before we bring the floral in. So because we've got blue foliage, around, we need to be incorporating the orange foliage, and even bringing some on the inside as well and up above here. So let's take the band off. Let's cut these two at the same length, shorter. I've cut these two short because I want these to sit on the end here. And do that with that one as well. I can imagine, guys, that you're sat at home thinking, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. But when you feel yourself like that, try and trust the process. Trust what you're doing. Keep going. Because once everything starts, coming together, you'll more than likely fall in love with it. I'm doing around the inside first. I'm going to go on either side of, if I can push it in the grapevine. There we go. Here. The sunflower. As well. Then I'm going to bring some just further out where you see this pine. It's looking a little bit lost and lonely. I'm going to bring, without much colour. So I'm going to bring some of the colour out here also. bring some there. I'm going to bring one up above here on the outer side as well. Oh my gosh, slide it. Again, bring your colour in top side, or if you don't want that, you just do it top and side. But you know, take it round to the on the sides to give it that balance and that flow. Can't see. No, that's one under here. And then one down here as well. So then we'll bring that one just slightly. Just got that. Got a little bit of a stem that's popped out, so let's cut it off. I can't get them with these being quite chunky, so I have to dig deep in. What's that on? Let me just pull that out and reposition. Is it that one? No, it's that one. There. So that is with our orange foliage scattered around. Again, I don't need no more of this one because I've got the other one which we're adding in. If I do, I may use it as, again, a little bit of filler. If not, add some green filler foliage. So I'll place it there. And again, we've got these, and it's that, I'm not sure. No, that's just told me immediately no. And then we've got our blue flowers. So there is quite a lot of blue, so I need to compensate with the orange. I need to balance those two out. So I'm wanting to get in, again, our orange. I'm wanting to get in as much foliage as I can before I start on our floral. So I've cut these all in different lengths. Got one at that, then one at that, so they are all different lengths. So what I'm going to do, again, wispy bits, just give them manipulate them, you know, just move them into, or bend them like that, however you want, just add them. I'm going to be bringing these in and around and out, just like I have done with the orange birch. So I'm going to go just under here. that. If you want, bring it through. I don't know if that's paper. I can't get that. Can't get it. So I'm gonna bring one down here as well. And then I'm just going to, again, just moving around with it, having fun. Bring one on top as well. Bring it up there. That's quite long. Trying to keep to a certain length. And I'm lifting them. I don't want them to touch any of the floral or foliage because I don't want them to look like they're resting on it. Again, I'm trying to keep within that movement. So bend that one a little bit. Oh guys, let me take my cat out because he's probably wanting some food. One moment. He wanted some food. Right, and then I'm going to bring one here. So I'm doing it in 5s on top, and then I'm going to bring some around the side underneath as well. Again, I don't want it to touch. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I'm going to come around the sides. I've already got one there. Have I? One moment. One. This one seems to have. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'm going to go underneath now. I may only put 3 underneath. I don't want to overdo it, but I want to, I think, place one definitely here. So that's in between that. So I'll place this one in between this one. Yeah, I'm going to go in between each one on the bottom, what we've got on the top. Let me just cut that at an angle. 2. Try another one. Cut that one a bit shorter. So we've got those on the bottom as well. Why isn't that one seem to be sticking very well? It seems to be a bit wobbly. Let me stick that back in. I think it was my sister said she wanted something just to stand out as you come through her gates. Just as you walk through, she wants it to be something bright and standing out, and different. So that's all I'm going to place in of those. I just want to see on the back if I can see it. I keep hearing something, and I think it may be this wire here, what's like twisted around from what they attach around the wreath. Let me just cut that bobbly bit off, and I'm gonna try and bring it over. Bring it there. As you can see, look here, it's wire. I think it's that what I keep hearing. One moment, I can still hear it. Again, always test. What's that? Because you don't want it scratching. Oh, it's another piece of wire. Oh, let me just bend that, guys, and bend it into the wreath. Where's my little flat nose pliers? I'm going to twist it into the wreath. It's just, let me just move that one up. I don't know about you, if you get sometimes where it's loose, well, or should I say, the wire around the wreath is not something here. What is it here? Oh, it's wood. Oh, I can see it. It is wood. Let's get it off. It's caught. Oh, it's not. Must have been a little brown stem. My apologies. That's better. It's done. It's done. Never worry. It can always be solved. So, now we've placed in the orange and things in orange. We've got, I want these in because again it is a summer wreath. It could also be an autumn wreath as well. Spring, summer and autumn. Maybe winter as well. You know, you could take it through to winter. Or have it up, just have it up all year round. It's your choice. You can get floral spray and spray these red if you like for anything like that, to add red and orange together, in the wreath. So what I'm wanting to do is now bring in peonies. So there's one there, so I always say one on the end, I'm just going to place these are coming out from the side, one there, Which one we got for that one? Oops, a daisy. Bring one on this end as well. These can be to the two bookends here. And then we've got one out from here. And then one. If I can just place it, it may not be in the exact place, but that will, it's just where I can get something to hold it in. That will be down there somewhere. So then you've got all your orange around. I've got one left, but I know I picked up 6. So that may be, you know, you could have that either on top here with the sunflower. We may do that with it, because I don't want to just have one left, you know, out of the bunch. Let my sister have them all. So we'll place these on the corner, just like so, as the like a bookend where it finishes. And then we'll do that with this as well on that side. And then we'll move around. We'll do this one. We'll bring that round where this fern is, around this area. I can't see. I want to make sure that's gone in. I can feel it going in. Let me put more glue on. The glue's dry already. I don't want to place it in dry. 5. Lift up that conifer and do it again. And then reposition it under. Like so. 1. And do this one. Under this conifer fern. Where's the one for the middle? The one for the middle. There. There we go. Bring that one under there. And then we've got this last one. So I may bring that either up here. Sorry if you can hear a noise, guys. It's my other cat. She's been a naughty girl. I've got a leather sofa, and I walked in this morning, she was scratching on it like a scratch post. I went crazy and she's left marks on it. So now I've got to go and buy a scratch post what fits around your sofa where the cats are scratching. Because I've bought a scratch post before, guys, and they're not interested in them. They're more bothered about, it's like cat beds. I've bought I bought cat beds, really expensive cat beds, really nice, what I'd class as posh, and they don't go in them. They're not interested. They'd rather go to sleep in a cardboard box. So I've had to basically sell them. That's what I've had to do. Because they won't use them at all. So there is, what is it? Something else is now catching. See, I can never. Let's see if it's something there. I can't see. I'll cut this. Go deep in. I'm just going deep in. I can see a stem buried in, but I can't see if that's going to be the problem. There's just something catching now. Cut a little bit more off. Oh my gosh, I can't get in. Let's try it. Just cutting a tidgy bit off at a time. I can't get it off, it's hanging on. Oh my goodness. What an annoyance. But stay calm. Oh, is that it? Have I got? Oh, I've pulled the coating off of it. Oh, let me just get in, guys. I can't get my pliers, my wire cutters into the wreath. So it can't be that one, surely. Where is it? I keep finding wood sticking out as well. I do usually rub my hand on it. It's when you start placing things. Oh, it's gone. So it must have been something I've chopped. So let's carry on. Now I've got these. I want these in again for the same reason my sister would want them in. For the wispiness, for the movement, just to add a little bit extra interest. So we're going to chop them off, all 5. They do tangle around each other. So let's do that. I think I need to sharpen my snips. I'm getting a bit tough. So again, you can see with the movement, they are wired. You can manipulate them. But these off the side here, they're not wired. It's just that main central stem. So these I want, there's wispy bits coming out as well. And I'm going to keep them this length. I don't want to cut them. I'm just going to cut at a 45-degree angle on the bottom of the stem. I'm not going to chop up the leaves or anything like that. And I'm going to place them one here. Again for that movement. Bring that greenery back in. Let's cut this at an angle. Oh my goodness. You've got different tones of this. Some are limey green. Bring that. I want a bit of length down there, like it's hanging down, like she's got a little bit of a vine. Just to bring that down. There's not much much of a stem. We may be able to work with that. That could go in the centre. So let's see. I don't know whether to place it there. Oops. I think that stem needs cutting. It's a bit too thick. Move the ficus. Just trying to get that like that, and then with this one I'm just gonna sort of like lean it downwards so it's not sticking too far out. Just give it that little bit of a bowing. See if I could push that in a little bit more. Probably not. One moment, guys. Let's do it again. I never allow anything to beat me. There we go. So then I'm going to bring one here and then one here. So we've got 5 in, and that is our tallest movement. It's like a vine. It's not a vine, but you can imagine it as a vine, and it's just slowly growing a bit quicker than the others. And then we'll bring this one here. I should cut them, you know, as I cut them off the stem, I should cut them at angles. It would make it much easier. Let's just have a look. Yep, so we've got those now. So we've got the flowers, the blue flowers. I want to bring some at the back, bring some within where the sunflowers are. I forgot what they was called then. Maybe bring one on around the end here. But before I do that, I said we'll see about these guys. Let me just grab these 3. Because I can see the grapevine. I want to use something a little bit more of a cluster and bring that there, because the flowers could go here, but I want the cluster. Let me put in these already. Turn it the right way. just entwine that with it. Got another one here. I'm going to do the same here. Spread it around. And I've got another one. I'm going to go under there. I'm going to have it like that. I don't know if you can see, just like that underneath, where you've got 1, 2 and 3. I know you can't really see this peony, but I wasn't wanting you to see too much of it because that's the big flower. It's just if you had an art, you know, you looked at the wreath from the side, you'd see a smaller flower incorporated underneath. So I'm not going to put any more of those in. Or should I? I should put 2 more in on the ends. I can't help myself. Place it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going underneath the peony. I'm just going to put where the bookend, as I call it, is. And I'm going to give that some of it as well. Do the same on the other end as well. So as you can see, it's just like that. Move that pine forward. So that's what we have with that. Now, I will fluff all the foliage up and things, what I feel that may have just been squashed. And now we've placed those in, we don't need a lot of these on top. But can you see where there's just that odd bit of gap here and around here? They would look nice, just those placed in there. If I cut it. So maybe 1. Around here, like that. So I'll get the other one. Cut that. So let's just start by placing those in. That's 1. Let me cut it properly. And then another one here. So you've got the movement there. And then I'll bring some around the sides. And I'm going to bring 2 on either end on the inside. So 2 for that. And then the rest are for around the outside. I don't think I'm going to use all of these. Let's just get 5 out to start with. I'm going to cut them again all at the same length. I don't need them any all that length. So let's start up here on the outside. And these are just, again, little wispy flowers. And there. I'm just lifting up, guys, so I can see underneath. And there. What there? And then there, and then I'm going to place two. Do I bring two in here? Or two? No, I'm going to bring them there on the inside. Oops. So I'm bringing it in. So it's with that peony on the bottom. There's a bookend. So that's what we've done. So we're covering most of our space. I think on here I have got some ivy out as well, but they're just oddments from when I did something yesterday. What I've got here, I could place a few of those on picks and add those in around. So let me just pull some off of this, because this is a garland what I used, and I do place them off onto picks. It goes further, guys. That's why I give a little bit of a tip to buy garlands and then get some wire that you can place and make your own picks, because you get more on a garland than you would if you bought a bunch, and it would be easier on your finances. Right, I don't need these. I don't think I'm going to place in, because I can tell already by looking at it from above. There's no need for those. You won't really see them in. So they're a no. No, they don't. They're a different tone, so they won't go in. Again, I've got some more of those. I could drop some more down on the bottom, but I don't want these. So let's get rid of everything we don't want. I can't do nothing with that. And let's just move this all down out of our way. So then I know what I've got left. I don't need the ficus, even though it's a little bit. I don't need that. I can put that in my oddments under there. And then I've just got this. And then place that out of the way as well. So I can now see. I like a clear area so I can see what I've got left on the table to place into the arrangement. So I'm going to just stand up. Keep standing on the stuff. So what I do with these, I sometimes either do them as a one leaf or I add two. And I just do that. So I'm going to place two on. Again, it gives that little bit more coverage. I've had orders off my sister. I've got to send her a photograph when I've done. She's just had 2 hanging baskets off of me. Well, not had. She's paid for them. She now wants another one. Exactly the same as the ones I've just done. She likes her field and her stables to be really pretty. She loves flowers. Must run in the family. But I just got called Iris, so I think they wanted me to become the florist. That's what I always tell people. It's not true, but it's nice to say that. The reactions from people's faces when you say that. Right, so now we've got the ivy. This is our filler foliage. So where I can see gaps, I'm going to place the ivy. So I can see a gap here. So that ivy goes there. Again, I may not use all this ivy. I just thought I'd place them all on picks while I was doing them. I can see a small gap here. There. It doesn't have to be ivy. If you've got any other, you know, filler foliage, you know, what's got a slightly little bit bigger leaf on it, you can always use that. This is just what I had left from something I did for an order I did. So, and I'd left it out on the table on my workbench. So when I started this, I thought we'll use that for the filler. Just that bit. I might end up using all of these guys because I can see. Let's just mix it up. I've got 2 left. Let's just have a look above. I can still see a gap there. Let's just just underneath this sunflower. That's it. We've got it. So let's use this last one up. And I'm going to place that there. So now I've got still some of these orange. Do I bring them out to the side? I'll bring the odd ones. Let's bring the odd ones around the sides, guys. Again, I'm just lifting it up so I can see where there's a bit of space that I can place it in. Oh, I think my husband's home from work. He finishes early, guys, because he starts early. Some people thought he was part-time. No, he's full-time. It's his business. He runs it. He owns it. So he has to be there. Who wouldn't love a job where you start early and you finish at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? And you can just go out for the rest of the day, visiting or going for a meal. So these are everything that I'm going to place in. I'm not going to be placing in anything else. It's all chock-a-block, as we say. It doesn't really need to be nothing. I'm just placing these in because these are odd, last few, and I don't really want the oddments. So we'll get them in. We'll bring another one up here. And we'll get it in. Why not, guys? Oops, I think that went through. Yeah, that went through. Better. So, let's get rid of all the mess. So that's our project completed for today, or should I say the order for my sister. I even asked my sister if she minded if I did the video on it, and she said no. So I never do it without permission if it's an order, even if it's my own family. It's just respect, guys. I see it as. So this is what we've created today, and again in oranges and blues, dusky blues. So lift up now. You can like start to fluff up your pieces, your floral foliage. Move them around however you think you might like to see it. Give it a bit of love and attention. But that is what we've done. I'm sure my sister will love that when I take a picture and send it to her. You don't have to do it in the blues and the oranges. You could do it in blues and yellows. That's a nice colour. You know, blues and whites, blues and lilac. That would be pretty with white. That would be really pretty. You know, anything like that. Blue. A lot. You know, people seem to think that blue's an odd colour to play around with and match it up with different florals. It's not really that as odd as that, as some people seem to say it is. You just find this right tone and you're away. You're away with it. You can create something. There isn't a guidebook to say that those colours must only go with that colour. I know there's the colour wheel chart for the floristry, and it shows you what tones of colour, you know, suit each other. But at the end of the day, as much as I believe in that, and I do believe in the colour wheel chart, why not, you know, give it a go and make a bespoke arrangement, something unique. Go out there, add colours what you don't expect. You'll be surprised when they all blend together beautiful like this. You know, it's maybe not some people's cup of tea. I love it. I love these colours. I loved it when I did the first one I did in these colours. It's very unusual, but it's a bespoke, it's a one-off, you know, nobody else will have this, you know, so you just be proud, don't you? So let me get my easel out. Sorry if it took a while, guys. And let's get it on the easel and let's see if it's balanced with how it sits. Hi, hon. Do you like that? That's an order.
Hi.
For my sister.
Which one?
Oh, I bet you don't know. It sits perfect, guys. Absolutely perfect. So let's bring that back. Let me just bend that so you can see that one. Let's just bring that back. I don't know if you can see all of it. I mean, there's the bottom. I'll show you the bit of the bottom first. So there's the bottom of it. And then obviously it's not much higher than that. Oh, I've had a comment about my post box. There's my post box where I put all my orders in. And then when I'm about to do them, I have them under my workbench. So that's that. I don't know if you'll see me when I come back round. I'll have to bend down. So this is the beautiful dusky blue and orange wreath, an order made by my sister, which is asked for the mountain pine, because obviously she's like me. She adores it, just like me, and she loved the colour when she saw one of the pictures I've done of it. She just said, I want that, and that. That's what she's like. I want that. Oh, yes, I want that. Can you make me one? Yeah, so that's how it goes. I don't write an invoice out for her. So I knew. I must, you know, it's just that, isn't it? So I was speaking to her earlier and asked her if I could do the video on it, and she said yes, as long as I send her a picture. So, but she'll watch the video later. So, but yes, it's a lovely colour, guys, a lovely colour choice, something, you know, different, and I'm all about that. I like different. You know, yes, I do wreaths, you know, like you can see behind, but I don't copy styles. I try to, I can't think of what the word is, guys. I try to think out of the box and do something bespoke, unique, and definitely different. And when I first did this, I had a lot of something in this colour. You know, I had quite a few comments saying, oh, that's unusual. Again, I like unusual, but I don't like to go too unusual, because I find that sometimes there can be a boundary. I think that's the wrong word, but you know, if you go too unusual, you may some people will criticize it, you know, some people or the odd person might like it, but you may get more criticism than, you know, negative criticism. It's just that people are like that, but I don't take it on board. It doesn't bother me. I've been in the business too long to let things like that bother me. The world is a competition. That's how I look at it, as joyous as it may be. So, but if you don't want it in these colours, again guys, if you just want it in one colour like the yellows, if you want it in reds, purples, pinks, whites, you know, cream colours, champagne, vintage pink, anything, really anything, you know, just do it in that colour. And if you want to add another colour to one of your colour choices that may not, in your mind, not go with it, or which isn't on the, you know, the colour wheel. So if I say, let me just grab mine, I always keep mine here. You may think that if I chose the purple, the violet, you know, the blue, the violet colour, and then I go and decide that I want to put brown with it, a coffee colour. Now that is completely opposite. It's not, you know, for the purple you tend to go with like the reds, yellows, you know, oranges, things like that. And, you know, you wouldn't think to go with a brown or a coffee colour. But that's what I mean. By choosing a colour, so there's the purple. Let me just turn that so it's here. So there's the purple, there's the brown. Now, usually when you've got that arrow here, what's in the centre, it points, you follow the triangle, which it's telling you, like for a split complementary colour, it would be any, you know, the shades of green here, the tones, and also the yellows, the oranges, you know, around here. But you wouldn't go from here and just go next door to it. It doesn't look like it would go. But who's to say it wouldn't? Try something on, whether it be just a little piece of foam, and add a few bits of, if you've got scrap floral, you know, bits that are no, you know, you can't do nothing with, and you've got a purple, and then you've got a few browns or coffee colours. Just make a little something up on a piece of foam and just see what you think, because that's what I do. And I just try a little piece, and if I think, oh yes, that looks really pretty, then who's to say you've got to always follow this? You know, it's a guide. It's only a guide, guys. That's all it is. But it is a helpful guide, especially for you beginners. It truly, truly is. So you beginners out there, again, it even says it on the back, a guide to mixing colours. So for amateur and professional use. So basically, you just go, if you're a beginner, go on to Amazon or Google and type in, you know, the florist colour wheel chart, and they'll come up. I mean, this one's quite old. You can see it's got rips in it. I've had it years. I don't use it very, it's hardly I use it, but I keep it because you never know. So, but that's a good thing to have. So yes, if you want to try different colours, go ahead and think outside the box, or give it a go and see what you can come up with. You'll be pleasantly surprised. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe, share and like. I'm going to be taking a picture so I can send it my sister, and then I've got other jobs to do. So again, thank you all for your wonderful comments, and you know, it's so gracious of you. I really do appreciate it, and I'm truly, truly honoured to be showing you, you know, my knowledge and sharing with you my knowledge and experience in floristry design or floral design. You know, it's a true honour of mine. So thank you for watching, and keep watching and share to people to get them on board, to enjoy the different designs and colours, you know, and come along, even if it's just to watch for an evening TV programme. I don't mind that. So have fun today, guys. All the best, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I love you all. Take care and bye for now. Bye-bye. So let's take this. One moment, guys. I've got my cables all caught up. There we go. I'm gonna take it off the stand. Right, I did say, didn't I, that I was going to show you the sympathy tribute that I did for a customer yesterday. There it is, and that's for a customer who sadly lost their loved one and their mum. Right, so here we are, beautiful sunflowers. Again, our mountain pine. These twiggy bits with the orange leaves, and I just don't know what they're called. If you know, guys, it's just like an exotic plant or flower. Let me know. And then the smaller mountain pine that I have, the birch, the blue wildflower, our beautiful, I think they're the ranunculus, not peonies. Or are they the peonies? No, they're the peonies. Oh my goodness. That our ficus, what we use as our backdrop, and here we go, our little little leaf there as well, our conifer, and our, here you can see it's the plastic ruscus as well, and our fern. Where's our blue fern? There's our blue fern here as well, the spiky. So I've got different textures in there, you know, the rough with the smooth, as I say, the and you know, with the floral and the foliage. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you tomorrow. And bye for now. And I love you all. Bye bye.